They're taking that sidebar. Let's chat about this case with National Trial Attorney Michael Jaafar, who's joining the program now. Michael, thanks so much for being on. That moment right there with this expert, where he's able to get in that if you don't know how it occurred, you can't definitively say it occurred at all. I mean, that could be a mic drop, stop the defense case, end everything there, and that would likely equal an acquittal for Karen Read.
If the jury believe and buy what this expert is saying, then it could create reasonable doubt. But here's the thing. Look, reasonable doubt is contextual, right? If two people are on Mars and one of them is found dead with a gunshot to the back of his, in his back, we kind of know what would have happened to that person. We would look at the other person. We wouldn't need anything else. Now, that's obviously an extreme example, but I think the jury will be going into the deliberation. If this is, in fact, our last witness, they'll be going into the deliberation room with a bunch of context, right? And I think the state has set up that context, and now we're looking, the defense is looking, they're really relying on this expert to basically save their case. But I just don't think that these experts did. Look, I'm proud of these experts because what they did is they're the only expert that the defense had that harvested their own data, did their own original testing with the crash test dummy and all of that. But I just feel like they bookended the state's case because this expert, yes, what he just said right now, this clip, I agree. This is actually very helpful for the defense. But look at everything that he said in totality, right? They basically showed something that they did not show in the last trial, which helped the state, which is that it is in fact possible that a 24-mile-an-hour collision with a pedestrian from the back of an SUV would kill that person. So I feel like they did more harm than good. I think they bookended the state's expert because they basically proven that this is, in fact, a possibility. As a matter of fact, a certainty that the strike would have killed John O'Keefe. But I think I agree with you that that last clip and what he said, if it's bought, stock and barrel, yes, that would help the defense. But I think it's going to be contextual. I don't think this jury, because the closing arguments are going to wrap this all up. So
they certainly will. They certainly will. And you're right, that video that we saw, the crash dummy and the flying taillight pieces, to the defense's credit, they say that there would have been more injuries in that test, but that test can speak louder sometimes than the words that are being said by the expert. We'll see how it goes. Michael Jaafar, stand by. We'll get to a break and get you back in for more of this cross-examination of the final witness, expected final witness for the defense.